Okay, this is interior plumbing and appliances. This is the half bath right front, and this bathroom, can you hear that sound? The flapper, the flush valve, is leaking water, so the fill valve is always continuously running. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right, GFCI protected. Vent fan works. Yay, vent fan works. And we got that little leaky flapper right there. I'm moving on along here. Chillers are beyond the scope of this inspection. This one's percolating around along at about 50 degrees. Is that right? Okay. Just kind of looking down there. Moving on along, we got a kitchen island. The National Marble Institute, this is cultured, says that we shouldn't have an overhang more than 10 inches without a core bolt underneath here to support it. So don't sit on this. You're not supposed to have an electric receptacle outlet that's recessed more than 6 inches, and it is. But then we put some on the sides over here, and now even these are no longer allowed. So we're not even supposed to have them on the side of the kitchen island any longer. But we've got 3, and 2 on the sides and 1 right there, more than 6 inches, and just on the sides. This is the refrigerator nook. It's GFCI protected. This is the microwave. Works fine for me. And I'm not a genius here. This is where the clothes washer dryer hooks up. It's a electric 4-prong, GFCI protected, and this vent needs to be cleaned. This should be cleaned about once a year. This home's 2 years old. I put my camera up there and it's pretty dirty. I also put my camera up there and I want to study a couple of still images because it looks like some fasteners might have been penetrating that wall a little bit, helping it get clogged up a little faster. That spring should be adjusted. Okay. Appliances, plumbing. Okay, appliances. I've got a video of me trying to, I did get it on. Yes, it was cooking. Yes, we had fun. But also the controls were a little confusing for me. But these are smart controls, and I'm not going to tell you I'm a smart inspector. Okay, this is our food waste disposal. Grind them and find them. There you go. This is our dishwasher. Underneath here we can see that we got pattern fittings. That's fine. We got a little 1/3 horsepower food waste disposal. That's fine. We got a switch. See how that switch is not a rocker switch? It's just what the manufacturer wants. It's just like textbook. See this drain right here? See this high loop that's coming up there? Okay. Now the only thing is right here, where's this electric cord, where it goes through, that hole is supposed to be protected. It's a new code everybody just loves. And then this sink is held up with sticks. Those 2 drywall screws. Okay, so 4 drywall screws on that side and 4 drywall screws on that side. Okay, the manufacturer supersedes code. Manufacturer thinks that this sink should have been installed with clips, not with sticks. So, got a little bit of scratching right here. In case I don't mention it in the last video, but kind of like I mentioned that oven needs to be cleaned right there. My client's not in town, and her people felt like that would be a good idea. Okay, so we got a cooktop. It's gas. Everything comes on, supposed to come on. Vent's fine. Vent blows up. Lights come on. All the plumbing looks good in there. I was kind of impressed, actually. Our thermostat is in the hallway up in this in the northeast corner of the house. So it's for number 1 unit. This would be the middle east bedroom, east wall, middle bedroom, and everything goes down. Supposed to go down. Here we go though. Now I did this to 2 of them, so let me see. I'll put water in here, right? Okay, so you're draining. We got 1 more to look at. 1 more to look at. I don't want to call somebody's attention to something that's not there. If you trip a GFCI in the house, and I did just a minute ago, that's how you're set. all the bathrooms. The east wall, middle bedroom, middle east bedroom. Okay, that bathroom, that GFCI resets the ones in the primary bedroom, ones in the Jack and Jill bedroom, the one in the guest bathroom. It resets all of those. So anyway, this is our thermostat. It's in the hallway. I'm going to speak to something else. Come back around here. This is my next booby trap. It's where I put my next dollop of water. And look at this. Look at that. You think that's draining like it's supposed to? I don't. I don't think it's draining like it's supposed to. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Everything goes down, supposed to go down. Bye, Timmy. Now, speaking of boring, speaking of interior plumbing and appliances, just kind of speak to this. The garage does not have an electric car receptacle. 240 volt electric car receptacle. Not required. Another thing that's not required is electric receptacle outlets by the commodes. Some of my clients like to use bidets. They like the aftermarket bidets that's got different wash features and those kinds of things. And then they're going to have to add to the electric circuit to put a contraption like that in. Moving on along. Kitchen dishwasher. Well, I did run the dishwasher. I did speak to it. There we go. Get the steam on the old glasses. That's how we know it works. Yay, it works. Rolling on out. This is the fireplace. It does not work. I can hear it trying to light, but it does not work. Now, manufacturer's installation instruction supersedes code. Code says that you should have a hearth extension outside of here. Okay, that's what code says. Ah, the fire does work. Look at that. It didn't work for me earlier. That's why I like to bring my clients all along. There it goes. Look at that. I love it when I don't have to write something's broken. I was going to come in here, this big long. Now, code says that you should have a hearth extension here. This front will never come off. All right? This is built, manufacturer's installation instruction supersedes code. But not having those instructions, I'm going to say that you don't have a hearth extension. Now one thing for sure, whether you have a hearth extension or not, this gets hot. And, okay, see how it's starting to fog up? It'll clear out in a little bit, okay? It gets hot. You still shouldn't be within 30 inches of it. And this fogs up every time and it clears off every time. But after some time, you're going to want to clean that. And, I suppose there's a way to do that. Huh. Fireplace works. Okay. Keep going. Interior plumbing and appliances, but I don't get to. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This is where the dilution valve is. Okay. It's just nice if the plumber needs to go to your dilution valve to help you out. That's where it is. This is the primary bedroom suite. This is the bathroom. This light is too close to the bathtub. You can literally stand in this tub and change the light bulb. No. No. That's just wrong. Okay. Shower, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Shower enclosure looks fine. The niche is fine. Hot's on the cold, everything is fine. Everything goes down, it's supposed to go down. Boring and that kind of thing. I'll speak to that. Oh, the commode. Is that right? Nope, that's the commode over there. I did that already. Boring. And then we're rolling out. Bear with me. Hang on. I need to see if there's any plumbing in here. Just in case. But it does have a chiller, so this will be where your cocktails are. Maybe you get an ice bucket. We've already been to the half bathroom. It's got the flapper. And we roll in through here. And this is the Jack and Jill bathroom. And these electric receptacle outlets also go to that one in the east wall middle bedroom. Good. So that would be the northwest. No, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Boring. And that's the east, north, east bedroom, bathroom, shower niche, soap dish.